Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. This is another hip-hop video. I meant to do this video last night, but I ended up falling asleep. But I'm coming back at y'all with this video. Now, this is a video about a lyricist. This artist is a wordsmith. This artist is a solo artist. But he was wanting to be a replacement for one of the members in a group that's a group full of wordsmiths. In this video, in this hip-hop video, this is a video about Lupe, Fiasco, and Slaughterhouse. Now, to all my fellow lyricists, to all my fellow wordsmiths, to all my fellow hip-hop fans, like, we know that when it comes down to Lupe, Fiasco, and Slaughterhouse, like, Lupe Fiasco was a wordsmith just like everybody else is in Slaughterhouse, but with Joe Budden retiring, he was wanting to be the replacement for Joe Budden in Slaughterhouse, and one of the members in the group, Royce da 5'9", had stated if Lupe Fiasco was to come in, it'll just be another group. But me personally, I feel that Lupe Fiasco would have been a decent replacement for Joe Budden. I mean, Lupe Fiasco, he can go bar for bar with Joel Ortiz, King Crooked. Well, we all know that, you know, he can go bar for bar with Royce da 5'9". I mean, when him and Royce da 5'9" battled, he beat Royce da 5'9". And like Lupe Fiasco, he can go bar for bar with Joe Budden. But yeah, I mean, I feel that Lupe Fiasco would have been a decent replacement for Joe Budden and Slaughterhouse. I mean, but that's just my opinion. I mean, Royce da 5'9", from what he stated, if Lupe Fiasco was to come in, it'll just be another group. But you see, I mean, Slaughterhouse, like, they ended up splitting up because Joe Budden, with him retiring, but before Joe Budden retired, he was wanting to, like, leave Shady Records and sign somewhere else. But you see, that's one of the things about groups. Like, when it comes down to groups, when it comes down to bands, when not everybody is on the same terms, when not everybody agrees on everything, it can cause a lot of conflict. It can cause a lot of issues. It can cause some beef. You know, this is one of the main reasons why groups don't really last forever in the music industry. I mean, Slaughterhouse is one of the best rap groups of all time. Now, compared to a group like Wu-Tang Clan, now, Slaughterhouse, compared to Wu-Tang Clan, I'll say that, like, Wu-Tang Clan is like a bit more influential than them. But even though, like, Slaughterhouse, it's only like 4 members, and Wu-Tang Clan has, like, I think like 8 or 9 members. Like, Wu-Tang Clan, they're better than Slaughterhouse when it comes down to the influence, but when it comes down to the lyricism, I say it's even. But yeah, like, that's how it is with groups when not everybody is, like, on the same page, because, like, as a group, not as solo artists, as a group, Slaughterhouse, they were signed to Shady as a group. As solo artists, everybody was pretty much, like, doing their own thing. I mean, I don't even think Royce da 5'9" was signed to Shady as a solo artist. Yeah, Royce da 5'9", far as I know, he wasn't signed to Eminem as a solo artist. Neither was Joel Ortiz, King Crooked, Joe. Well, yeah, even with Joe Budden, I mean, from what it looks like, they was all signed to Shady as a group. And that's how it is in the music industry. Y'all can be signed to a label as a group, but as individual artists, as solo artists, like, y'all, you know, like, you can be signed to a different label as a solo artist. But yeah, like, Lupe Fiasco would have been a dope replacement for Slaughterhouse. I mean, Lupe Fiasco, like he's also a professor at MIT, where he pretty much like he teaches like the subject about, like the art of rap, hip hop. And I think Nas is also a professor at a university too. Yeah, see, yeah, Lupe Fiasco, like he's definitely a wordsmith. Lupe Fiasco would have been a dope fit for Slaughterhouse. You know what I mean? Because Lupe Fiasco, he already done out rapped Royce da 5'9", and you see Royce da 5'9", he was talking about saying that Joel Ortiz and King Cricket didn't come to help him when he was beefing with Lupe Fiasco. Now, when it comes down to a beef, when it comes down to a battle, unless you gonna have artists collab with you on a diss track. But you see, that's the thing. Like Royce da 5'9" didn't have Joel Ortiz and King Cricket collabing with him when he dissed Lupe Fiasco, and Lupe Fiasco didn't have nobody collabing with him when he responded. See, the beef between Lupe and Royce, it wasn't like the beef between Dr. Dre and Eazy-E, where Dr. Dre collabed with Snoop Dogg and Eazy-E collabed with Gangsta Dresta and BG Knockout. And same thing even with the beef between Pusha T and Drake. See, when Drake had responded to Pusha T, Drake didn't have Lil Wayne featured. Yeah, and you see Pusha T didn't have Kanye West featured when he collabed with Drake. Like, yeah, like when they were battling, Pusha T and Drake didn't have no features. That was between the two of them. And that's how it was with Lupe Fiasco and Royce da 5'9". But yeah, I mean, Slaughterhouse, I mean, there's still like an album that they didn't release that's still unreleased called Glass House. Hopefully, eventually, the album will end up coming out, but you know how it is in the music industry. Like, sometimes with certain projects, they just may never come out because just like Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, they have a collab album that's still unreleased. And people are patiently waiting for that album. I'm patiently waiting for that album, but yeah, they were saying something that it may never drop. And that's another thing too. Sometimes albums get pushed back because Little Wayne, his album, The Carter Five. I mean, it's been out for some years, but back in 2014 when he came out with the hit song "Believe Me" featuring Drake, like, yeah, the album was supposed to come out in 2014, but it ended up getting pushed back, and that's how it is with the music industry. It gets pushed back again and again and again. It gets pushed back so many times to the point where they just say that the album is not gonna come out. Same thing with Dr. Dre's Detox album. I mean, Dr. Dre came out with Compton, a soundtrack by Dr. Dre, but Dr. Dre, he also has an album called Detox that's still unreleased, and his Detox album got pushed back. Like, see, that's how it is when it comes down to the music industry. These artists are perfectionists, and they want to make sure that everything like sounds perfect. I'm the same way. There's music that I have. There's a song that I have that's unreleased called "The Poor versus the Rich," and the reason why it's still unreleased is because it's not finished. You know what I mean? I was planning on doing a collab with someone, but they still haven't did the reverse. But yeah, Lupe Fiasco I feel would have been a decent fit for Slaughterhouse. But yeah, let's have a discussion, chat with me, engage with me. Lupe Fiasco and Slaughterhouse. Do you feel Lupe Fiasco would have been a decent fit for Slaughterhouse? Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. And again, my new track, The Lone Wolf Freestyle, it's on my YouTube channel and it's also on my SoundCloud. You can follow me on SoundCloud at Wally G. Let's run it up. Let's blow it up. Love y'all.